Good evening folks, welcome back to the channel. It's starting 11 prediction time for Champions League match day 3 at home against Atletico Madrid. Big game obviously. I've just came at the press conference with Brendan Rodgers and Greg Taylor. You can see them both on Celtic's YouTube channel. Full video coverage of them both. I'll give you my thoughts on them in just a second, but before we get into it, if you missed the announcement at the weekend, this video is brought to you by William Hill. We have teamed up with Celtic's official betting partner, and there's going to be giveaways, lots of great prizes coming up. Hopefully we'll have one at the weekend for you, so stay tuned to the starting 11 prediction to get involved in that. So as I say, just came out of the press conference there. I asked Brendan Rodgers about what he feels the team is missing at this level to convert the performances and the good spells we've had in both match day 1, match day 2 into points. We've obviously got 0 points having lost both games, and what I wanted to know was, does he feel that there's one thing that stands out, or is it a range of factors? And of course he said a range of factors, but he was keen to point out how important concentration is at this level, because if you switch off for a split second you get punished. We know that. I also asked him about the mental side of the game and how he and his coaching staff try and build some sort of belief and resilience in the team that they can win games at this level. He gave a great answer to that. Again, you can catch it on the press conference video. It's obviously a huge game for us. I think we need to get something from it in order to have any hope of getting out of the group to finish third. Having lost those first 2 games, if Feyenoord get anything at Lazio, and if we lose tomorrow, it becomes almost impossible really for us to finish third. Could end up with 3 dead rubbers in those last 3 games. The big difference for me with Atletico Madrid is they've got the most firepower. They've got proper world-class players up front, and Antoine Griezmann and Alvaro Morata. Griezmann got a hat-trick at the weekend. I actually seen a stat that he's 8 goals away from becoming their all-time leading scorer, which I can't believe. I know he's been there for a long time, but he's obviously in great form. He's absolutely world class, as I say, and that is the big difference that they've got over the likes of Lazio and Feyenoord. So if we switch off at any point tomorrow, we will get punished. But we're at home. We've got to try and harness the crowd, hopefully get off to a good start like we did in the Lazio game. Make it as difficult as we can for them. Obviously, you'd expect the atmosphere to be hostile. There's a bit of history in the fixture, which I'm sure you know about. So we've got to try our best to impose our style and as I say, try and get something out of the game. But we'll get to the team. That's what we're here for. We'll start in goals like we always do. Obviously Joe Hart is going to start in there. Didn't have too much to do at the weekend really. A couple of saves for long distance and Shankland beat him with that one for outside the box. But no doubt he'll start there tomorrow. I think the back 4 will be unchanged. Johnston, Carter Vickers, Liam Scales, I expect to keep his place. As I said in the build up to the game against Hearts, he's going to need to do something wrong or drop his levels before I think Brendan Rodgers will take him back out of the team. I know Navroj's come back to fitness, but hasn't played for at least 2 months, so I don't think he's in contention at all. Lagerbielke not in the squad at the weekend as well, so Scales will start there. Greg Taylor at left back. I asked Greg Taylor today about a player's perspective of the differences at this level. We always talk about the differences at this level, but I wanted to get a player's perspective on it, and he gave me that. I wanted to know if he feels the team's progressing at this level, and he thinks we are, but we just need to try and get points from the games. Into midfield, I think Callum McGregor will obviously lead the team. It will be Hatate and O'Reilly in front of him. I thought Matt O'Reilly was head and shoulders above everybody else on the pitch on Sunday. Brilliant, what a goal he scored. But aside for that, his range of passing was excellent in the first half. His footwork, he was just a step ahead of everybody. I thought Hatate did a good game as well. I know he gave it away a few times. There was a few comments in the full-time reaction about Hatate's performance, negative ones. He's a lovely flick round the corner in the build-up to the third goal for Kyogo. So I thought he was really good, and I don't think the front 3 is going to be changed either. I think Dyson Maeda will start on the right-hand side, Lewis Palma on the left, and Kyogo Furuhashi through the middle. A great goal Kyogo scored for his 60th at the weekend. 60 goals for Celtic. He was injured for 3 months in his first season. An unbelievable goal scoring record. I think goals to games, he's only behind Robbie Keane and Henrik Larsson since the year 2000, and Robbie Keane was only here for 6 months, so he's got a really small sample. An unbelievable goal scorer. Good to see him get back in the score sheet at the weekend. Palma I thought was good. A great ball to Matt O'Reilly for that opening goal. Again, he's building and looking more like a Celtic player, more like he can get to a really high level for us the more games he gets, and I expect him to start tomorrow as well. So there you go, that's the team I think Brendan Rodgers will go with. You can let me know if you think there'll be any changes to the team from Sunday in the comments below. Like the video, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with the full-time reaction here from Celtic Park as always. Thank you.